I'm 92 years old now. 92. It's a strange number to carry with you, like a weight you can't quite put down. Most days I sit in this chair by the window listening to the wind and the trees, thinking about all the things I did, all the things I didn't. And if I'm honest, there's really only one thing I regret. Only one. I spent most of my life thinking there'd always be more time, more days, more weeks, more years to do the things that mattered, or at least the things I thought mattered. I worked hard. I wanted to be someone, to leave something behind. And I did in a way. I had a decent career, a house, a car, things to show for myself. But what I didn't do, what I couldn't see at the time, was the quiet cost of all that busyness. When I was in my 20s, I fell in love with a woman named Margaret. She had this laugh that filled a room without trying, like she didn't even notice it. I loved her more than I thought I could love anyone, but I was always busy, always trying to prove myself, always running after the next promotion, the next pay raise. I remember telling her, I'm doing this for us, thinking I was building a future. She smiled, said she understood, but I can still hear the sadness in her voice. She wanted me there, not just my promises, not just my plans for later. She wanted me. We drifted apart slowly, not with a fight, not with anger, just quiet mornings where I was reading the paper and she was sipping coffee across the table, waiting for me to look up. I didn't. I assumed we'd have more time, that someday I'd pause and really see her. But someday never came. She left when I was 41, moved across the country. I didn't stop her. I told myself I'd visit, that I'd call more. I didn't. I thought there'd always be another chance. There never was. I married again later. She was kind, a good woman, but I carried pieces of Margaret with me that I didn't even know I was holding on to. I was there, but not fully, and I think she knew. By the time she passed, I had already built walls around myself, quietly regretting the other life I'd let slip away. The slow cost of it is strange. It's in the empty chairs at Christmas, the phone that doesn't ring, the photos that gather dust. It's in the afternoons when the sun hits the floor just so, and I realize no one is sitting there to watch it with me. Life kept moving, and I moved with it, thinking the important things would wait. They never did. The turning point came quietly, like most things do. Margaret died a few years ago. I didn't hear about it for a while because I had lost touch with the people who might have told me sooner. When I finally did, I felt a hollowness that I hadn't known existed. I didn't cry at first. I just sat there, thinking about all the years that had passed, all the words I hadn't said, all the times I could have reached out but didn't. The clarity hit me too late. There was no calling her, no explaining, no holding her hand one last time, just a silence that stretches longer than I ever imagined. And that's my one regret. Not the things I did wrong, not the mistakes anyone could see, just the thing I never did. Truly being present with the person I loved most, thinking there'd be more time. And now I can't ever go back. I can't fix it. I can't bring back the mornings, the laughter, the small moments that make a life. I tell you this not to make you feel guilty or to warn you in a flashy way. I tell you because if it meant something to you, to hear it, then maybe you'll pause. Maybe you'll see the people around you, really see them before someday comes and it's too late. I've lived a long life, a full life in some ways. I've seen wars end, children grow, cities change. I've held hands, kissed, laughed, mourned, but in the quiet of the night, when I hear the wind in the trees and the house creaks like it remembers, I think about her. I think about Margaret. And I wish just for a moment that I had looked up from my busy life and really seen her. That's all. And I suppose that's all anyone can really hope for. Just to be seen, just to have loved, to have let that love touch you back before it's gone.